News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris. There's your closing bell for this Wednesday on Wall Street, where the Federal Reserve's decision to leave rates unchanged sent stocks and bonds wavering. Much more on that just ahead. But first, let's bring you those closing numbers. We do it each day here at Bloomberg. The S&P 500, little changed on the downside. NASDAQ gained 40 points. The Dow gained 12 points. The 10-year Treasury yield at 4.23%. The 2-year yield at 3.57%. The Federal Reserve did vote 10-2 to keep those interest rates steady, even as President Trump continues to insist they be lowered. Fed Chair Jay Powell says they can loosen policy if they have to, especially when it comes to the impact from tariffs.
The expectation is that we will see the effects of tariffs flowing through goods prices, peaking, and then starting to come down, assuming there are no new major tariff increases that are begun. If we see that, that would be something that tells us that we can loosen policy.
Fed Chair Powell spoke to the case before the Supreme Court on the attempted ousting by President Trump of Fed Governor Lisa Cook, and he was asked why he attended that court hearing.
I would say that that case is perhaps the most important legal case in the Fed's 113-year history. And as I thought about it, I thought it might be hard to explain why I didn't attend.
And Powell has some advice for the next Fed chair.
Stay out of elected politics. Don't get pulled into elected politics. Don't do it.
Powell's term ends in May, but he is eligible to stay on the board through 2028. Checking earnings now. Microsoft reported revenue for the second quarter that beat analyst estimates. Microsoft shares now down more than 7% in the post-market. Meta reported revenue for the fourth quarter, beating the average analyst estimate. Meta shares nearly 1.5% lower in the post-market. Tesla shares are up 2.5% in aftermarket trading after fourth quarter adjusted earnings beat estimates. The Fed decision to hold rates steady drew modest reaction on Wall Street, with stocks and bonds edging lower, but the Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index is up 0.1%. A day after President Trump's comments about the dollar sent it tumbling, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent touted the long-standing strong dollar policy in the U.S.
The U.S. always has a strong dollar policy, but a strong dollar policy means setting the right fundamentals. And I think that with President Trump, with the One Big Beautiful Bill, with our regulatory policies, we are making this the best place to come, build your business, have tax certainty, regulatory certainty, energy certainty.
The yen sank against the dollar after Secretary Bessent told CNBC the U.S. is absolutely not intervening in the market for Japan's currency. 2 U.S. Border Patrol agents involved in the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy have been placed on administrative leave as scrutiny intensifies over the Trump administration's immigration enforcement operations in Minnesota. Customs and Border Patrol officials say the move is standard protocol after an officer-involved shooting. The development came as the White House escalated its warnings to Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey over his refusal to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. Amazon cutting about 16,000 corporate jobs as the e-commerce giant looks to cut bureaucracy in the AI race. Mandeep Singh is global head of tech research at Bloomberg Intelligence.
The question that investors will ask them is, how will they retrofit their existing IT infrastructure to pivot towards AI? And that will be a big change, even though they have the cloud share. Like, there are a lot of neoclouds that are playing in the AI infrastructure right now.
Mandeep Singh with Bloomberg Intelligence. Treasury and the White House today celebrated the upcoming launch of a program they view as a key milestone, Trump accounts. A Trump account is a new savings tool where money is invested in the stock market on behalf of a child, with the child unable to access that money until they turn 18 years old.
Under this program, the U.S. government will automatically create a tax-free investment account for every newborn American child.
To qualify for the $1,000 seed money, a baby must be a U.S. citizen, have a Social Security number, and be born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. That's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris. This is Bloomberg.